Hello, everyone, and welcome back. This is NVIDIA's analysis. We'll look into what's happening. The first month is done of 2025. New president in the office. A lot of things going on. A lot of action happening around us. The market is volatile, up, down. It's giving good range. 100 points a day or so, sometimes more. So, fun times if you're a futures trader, but overall, the market is still in a very, very tight range and it is still going on. So, if you remember in my post, I had posted NVIDIA with a inverse cup and handle. It went there. It hit back again 153. This 153 was a wall. And once it here, it few cent less, then came back and hit 153 full. But both times got smacked down back to the support area, and from there it tried again, and I was thinking it would be a retest of the high if it is a real inverse cup and handle, which means that if it actually works out, then price would come down. And this candle showed that it has interest in working this inverse cup and handle. It was a dark cloud cover, one day, 2 day. These both candles are same size. Third candle went up and it covered. So that was a bearish price action. Ideally, next day you would take a short below this low of this candle and continue down. But it got a gap down, and it was a good chunk of gap down, not in this but many other stocks. Basically the tech stock, mag 7, and semiconductor sector. It was real bad, and the cause which was mentioned is the deep seek news was out there, tariff news was out there. So a lot of semiconductor industry, the artificial intelligence industry, everything was just going haywire. And since then, price action has been in between a tight range, though the range is bigger. The size is big, from 116 to 128. It's constantly going up and down. If you remember, if you saw my Tesla video before, the price action is exactly similar, but those were very thin candles, dojis, and then seventh day it just came very close to earnings, so it resolved to the upside from there on. But here the earnings is February 26th, and it's already 5 days, 6, 7, maybe max 7 days. It needs to make a decision what it wants to do. Now, if it is trading over 128, then chances are that it may want to fill this gap. One, either via an island reversal, it goes up here, fills here, comes down, fill this gap, goes up, fill this gap. That would be a bullish action. It island reverses here and then goes up, fills this gap, and comes down and fills this gap. That could be a bearish action, meaning price wants to continue back down, then that would be the path. So the whole idea is how these candles which would resolve on which side, either above black or below green. 115. So, first this red, 118 to 115, and then below how it wants to do. Now, other thing was that price was traveling in this aqua channel, and from here 50 it broke out very strongly, very strong, very straight line, and then some sideways consolidation, strong breakout. This and this are almost similar, and price again came down. This is a longer time, this is a shorter time consolidation, this is a longer time consolidation, and from there it again broke out. um, Breakout wise, it's not that big or strong like these straight lines. It's more chunky and more sideways chunky, basically. And price is constantly or consistently resting on this breakout sideways action. So we have to figure out whether is this it for now and it wants to, you know, test down somewhere, or the price actually comes back in this blue and black range and wants to go inside. From here, price went out of the aqua channel. It didn't like it, so it came back and it's staying inside, 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 came down, inside, inside, and now out. Will it follow here and go back inside? If that's the case, then you are again back in this blue and black line, and from there, um, again continue up. So all this can continue to happen till maybe the earnings time, because that's an event to push out of the pressure, from a price range. It can do that. Um, but in the meantime, for 3 weeks, it can do a lot. Now, another thing which I wanted to show was not here, here. So this is a monthly candle, and price has been very, very heavy. And this is your first breakout, from the original price action, and here, and this was your low. And from here, price moved 5x from 10 to 50. That's 5x, 10 fives are 50. And from there, it made a low, and then in 5 months, it made a new high. It doubled. So this was high was 50 and then 97. So it's kind of almost 100 doubled. And then here, from 197 to 150, this was 197. No, this, sorry, 97 only. And from 97, it's 153. That's half. Double would be 200. So we are at around 153. So it's half, right? 1.5, double, and then half. And there it is thinking. Okay. Now, the point what I'm trying to make is that these are very big moves. And here it has, a lot of spikes. It goes up, 153 doesn't like it, comes down, it comes down, and it doesn't like below, goes back up. So it's traveling in a tight range. Up till now, it was traveling here on the upside, and doesn't have enough energy or the strength to keep going, and hence you get the spikes down, all these spikes down, and it's going sideways. Now, it's not absolutely necessary that the price should continuously rise. If you can look here, this was October 2022, and this is October 2024, right? 2 years, the price has been continuously running, and that's a very big run without much um, rest or side. This was the only rest it got. And October 2023, since then it has been continuously running, and now we are in 2025. It is only fair that we let the stock rest a bit. Give it some time to recoup, rejuvenate, have some spa time. So it's doing that. And all the euphoria around it, we are kind of having meme actions on most of the stocks, and NVIDIA and other companies, they are the mainstream companies, fundamental companies with tangible products, and they have become meme-like price action. So we are getting used to that mentality, and we are not thinking that we can't live in euphoria all the time, right? The news of the chip industry doing this, NVIDIA making these cards, and this chip, that chip, all that hype cools off after some time. Then the news of AI came up, AI this, AI that, and NVIDIA is the number one and all that. Yes, true, everything. But that news also, calms down. You can't be, all the time charged up. So all the news which comes, DeepSeek news came last week and now it's died down a little bit. So with time, things do slow down, they calm down a bit, and that's what it may be happening. So give it some rest, let it do its thing, and from there we can see, you know, how it can do. Price cycle wise, it has 225 as the next cycle target, but time wise, it needs adjustment because already from 2 years it has been running and now it could be resting. If you see last quarter, it hit 153. It didn't like it came back below, 137 is where it is resisting. Again, next quarter it hit 153, came down, and again it's resting. So in this rectangle, just below this 137 range, and it's thinking what to do. And if you see this yearly candle, this 1 year candle is 47 to 153. That's a huge candle. And this year, the price action is already 116 to 153. So it's almost in the first quadrant we are in, right? If you see this candle and you divide it into four, we are still on the top, right? So it's not bad. In terms of price action, it is still, on the sideways. It's still on the upper side of this big candle. It's not in the middle, it's not in the three-fourth, it's on right on top. So if all is good, if the bull run is going on, the melt up is coming, and everything is supporting the stock market, it continues, then yeah, from here, 100, it may go back up. And for whatever reason, the economy or whatever reason you give, uh, if a pullback is going to come, that 20% correction or whatever X percentage of correction is going to come, then we can expect that it may want to lose 50% of this candle size. That is also a possibility. But in terms of a bigger picture, this whole year is a very big 3x move it did. So, it is justified and it's fair that it takes some rest. 2 years of running, I would definitely want to rest. So let the poor thing rest for some time. And by the time the earning comes, we will see where the price is, whether it has gapped down, did its business here and it's ready to go back up, and it comes up, fills the gap, again goes sideways here and stays. Earning comes, it goes back up. Whatever the price action, as of now, we have a clear indication that first order of business is resolving this island which it is forming. You know, either this side or this side, whichever way it goes, we have our range defined. So if you're a trader, then you know what to do if it is doing. And if you are a long-term holder, then probably some have some idea, what is your risk plan and what you had planned to do, and if there is any income you can make out of covered calls or something. So whatever decision you make, it can happen below this line, above this line, and all that. So in terms of price action, it is pretty okay. Now we just have to sit and have a popcorn ready and wait for Feb 26 what it's going to do. Till then, ciao.